show. Sky high.
We still don't know what the words mean.
Yeah, we still don't know the words.
I made this.
Glad I don't got any NA babies. All the crazy ladies and shady.
I thought you had one.
I think Beth, maybe Beth.
He might have
He looked like me. Chris is like, that baby looks more like you every time I fucking see it. And I'm like, sorry, Blake. She broke up with him for 3 days and came over to my house.
So guess what? We share. Sharing is caring, baby. Sharing is caring.
Pain shared is pain lessened.
I never had one NA bitch want to sleep with me. That's unfortunate.
Oh, damn.
Not one. Anyway, welcome, listeners. Thank you for joining us. Today we're going to do a short, and we're going to focus on the topic of recovery. With us today is Erik R. He is a longtime friend of mine and
Hello.
a brother in recovery. We met, I think it was February 2023.
Yeah.
And that's when I got out of rehab and got back to Denver and met at a meeting. And hell, we've been friends ever since. We did probably 1,000, 2,000 meetings together. Whatever it
Yep,
is.
we were like tag team in that meeting. BYOL.
Yep, and now neither of us go there.
No.
So anyway, Erik he had a lot of clean time and he's had his struggles like many of us too. So I'm going to open it up to him to see where he wants to start this, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's always good to see you gentlemen, and I use that term loosely. Yeah, so I had a slip up December 16th. I should be picking up 3 years clean in 2 weeks. And no, we love the soundtrack. And so what happened was I basically I got into NA into January 27th, 2023, and then I met Brandon a couple weeks later. And when I started rolling into NA, they got something called the 13th step, where people with clean time kind of go and prey on people with less clean time, and they usually think that guys do it. It definitely happened to me. I kind of fucked my way through the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous for the first year and a half.
He really did.
I mean, we're talking like 11 girls with a combined clean time of 47 years. And I was in my first year of clean time. So, I thought, and for me, it became a drug. And I gave up the cocaine, I gave up the alcohol. I was hitting 2, 3, 4 meetings a day. My sponsor was working with me doing the steps. I started doing H&I, going to hospitals and rehabs and jails, taking meetings to people who couldn't get out and go to meetings. And that became my life. And I lived the Narcotics Anonymous program. Now, on the flip side, I was also meeting girls in every single room I went to. And, some of them had boyfriends in the room, some of them had husbands in the rooms. And I was just like, validate me, validate me, validate me. And what I thought was a strong recovery really became a program of look at me. Leading meetings, look at me. I have all the answers, look at me, me. And I'm rolling into these meetings in my sports car wearing suits that cost more than most people's cars. It was all about validation, and those women just sucked it up. And all it took was one really bad breakup in March of 2025, and I developed a real bad resentment. I became a pariah in the rooms. All the women that I had hooked up with or dated kind of flipped on me. Told me they didn't want me coming back to the rehabs and all that. And I developed a resentment. So I just kind of became an island unto myself. I had sold my business. I had money. I was basically just sitting on my couch, collecting checks, binge watching everything on Netflix. And I lived alone with 2 cats, and then I was white knuckling it. And then in September, I got up to pee at like 3 a.m, and my cat snuck in behind me, and I tripped over it coming back, and I fell backwards, and I hit my head on the bathtub. I tore my rotator cuff. I cracked my wrist. I tore my tricep. Now I'm in a shitload of pain, living alone, not going to meetings, not talking to my sponsor, and I started supplementing my diet with kava and kratom. Was still calling it clean time. I knew it wasn't.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I think over the course of a couple of years, I probably spent about $100,000 on kava and kratom, $150,000 on Nuggets and Avs season tickets. Didn't even go to the games. I was just spending money on stupid shit and living a lie. And And in our chapter 7 of our basic text, I do Narcotics Anonymous, it says, sometimes, a relapse is exactly what an addict needs to put more energy into their recovery. So all the pain I was in, I couldn't sleep, wasn't going to meetings, wasn't talking to my sponsor, living alone, doing the cob and the kratom. And finally, after 3 months of not sleeping, I said, you know what? The only thing that's going to knock me out is a big bottle of vodka. And so I ordered 4. Because I go balls to the wall. For me, it's extremes. I'm either super clean or I'm fucked up and killing everything, burning it to the fucking ground. And I did. And I don't even remember what happened. Apparently, I called my business partner and my dad. I knew I was drunk. I had laid all my guns out for my dad to get out of there. I had put all my medication bottles on the counter for my dad to get out of there. And the ER got there before, or the ambulance got there before my dad did. So when the cops and the ER showed up, they saw a drunk guy with his business partner passed out. They saw a bunch of guns on the floor, and they saw a bunch of empty pill bottles. So they assumed that I was suicidal. I ended up in the ER. I blew a .46. It's like 9 times the legal limit. And it's something fucked up about when you finally come to and realize you're strapped to an ER bed with rent-a-cops watching you, and you're trying to spout the 12 steps to them. And they're like, fuck you, man, you're going to jail. I think I hit a nurse in the boob. That's why the cops are. So, it's insanity, right? And I know that in the program, when I'm doing my shit, I'm going to meetings, talking to my sponsors, and I'm organically helping people, I'm going to be okay. Life's going to be okay. And when I'm not, life is completely fucked. And the time that it takes to go from okay to absolutely fucked gets shorter every single time. This was a 12-hour relapse. And I drank, 2-3 bottles of vodka, and I drank all the alcohol. I used to be a chef, right? So I had cooking wine, and I had vanilla syrup, and I had, almond extract, and all that is 35% alcohol. So I'm shooting that. All I wanted to do was sleep one night. I was willing to give up my clean time for one night of sleep. And something happened, and I just didn't sleep. I just kept drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking. And they thought I was suicidal, and they threw me in a psych ward for 6 days because of the guns and the pill bottles. And I got out, and I immediately called my sponsor, and I gave up my apartment. I gave up my sports car. I went to sober living, and I got back in the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous. Cocaine Anonymous, I do too. They got a lot of energy in Cocaine Anonymous. Imagine that. Yeah. So I learned a lot, man. And it's like the silver lining was, for the longest time, I developed neuropathy after I fell and hurt my hand and my arm and everything. I can't feel my hands and my feet. There's numbness. There's tingling. My skin was all fucked up. And I'm an insomniac, so I'm up all night Googling, like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I'm like, so I either have MS or rheumatoid arthritis or diabetes or breast cancer or something. And the silver lining is, while I'm in the ER and while I'm in the psych ward, they did all my labs. They did an MRI. They found out I don't have diabetes. I'm not even pre-diabetic anymore. So I'm strapped to the bed, and they're like, you're healthy as shit. Your cholesterol's down. Your triglycerides are down. Your glucose is down. You're not pre-diabetic anymore. You don't have MS. You don't have fucking rheumatoid arthritis. And I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm having delirium tremens and hallucinations going on as I withdraw. And the silver lining is, I got a God shot in the face, man. And whatever your higher power is, whatever you believe, it's like I surrendered completely, and now the universe is putting me exactly where I need to be. My sober living house is 1 mile from where I first got clean in 2010. It's been this 15-year arc. I walked into a Narcotics Anonymous meeting. My new home group is in a church a mile from my house. I went in Christmas Eve, and I heard them singing upstairs, getting ready for their church service. And I was like, you know what? I used to be in a band. I'm a singer. I'm going to go up and sing some shit, And I went up, and I was deaf in one ear because I fell on my head. My ear was bleeding. And apparently I was singing really loud. And the choir came up to me after the service, and they're like, dude, we heard you. You sound fucking great. Do you want to be in our church choir? And I'm like, I'm not even a Christian. They're like, we don't fucking care. Like that. So now I'm in a church choir starting on Sunday. I got to wear the robe, and they're like, we need men in our church choir. They're all like these nice old ladies. It's like I'm like a jellyfish, man. And my spirit animal used to be a cougar, as we know why. Yeah, so I was all about the cougar. Now, my spirit animal is a fucking jellyfish. I'm surrendering, and if I need to sting, I can. But I'm letting the ocean, I'm letting the universe, my higher power, just place me where I need to be. And now I feel like I'm okay being alone. I live in a house full of 10 dudes, right? And I hate it, but it's good for me. I'm not alone anymore. I'm going to meetings. I'm reconnecting with my people. I'm okay not being with women. It's been 10 months to the day since I had a girl in my life. No, there's no sleeping with, there's no dating, there's no flirting, there's no calling, there's no fucking, there's nothing. I've been living like a monk for 10 months to the day. And and that was the hardest drug I ever had to give up, man. And I'm okay being organically alone, organically single, helping people from the heart and not needing validation. I'm writing a book, an anonymous autobiography. It's not going to have my name in it. That'll be published in April, first of 3. I got shit going on, man. I'm writing songs. I reconnected with my best friend, Brandon.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to do some music, some podcasts, some helping people. And it ain't about me anymore. So I don't really want my face on camera. I don't really need my name out there. I'm just spreading the fucking message. And another silver lining of being on the psych ward, man, half of those people had never even heard of recovery 12-step programs. I was able to spread the message from inside as a patient.
Dude, that's dope.
Yeah, and that's the only credibility I have anymore, man. I got 18 days clean. I should have 3 years. And it's weird, like when I got this head full of fucking Narcotics Anonymous knowledge and experience, but I only have 18 days clean, and it's forcing me to surrender. I'm picking up the white key tags at meetings. I outed myself. I told on myself. I'm not picking up dirty clean time. And rigorous honesty. We were talking before the cast, we're talking about like pain shared is pain lessened. That's the only way we're going to end the stigma of people thinking that addicts are bad people. We're fucking sick. We're trying to get better. We have a disease. And all we can do, I got this bracelet on that says 1 day at a fucking time.
That's all you can do.
Everything I got on me, all my talismans, I got the Serenity Prayer on this ring. This is from NA. I got this bracelet that says, get knocked down 7 times, get up 8. This is a Tree of Life from the World Convention. My daughter made me this little pink bracelet. Man, these are my fucking talismans, my spirit,
That's what it gotta be.
So that's my story.
Well, thank you for being...
And I'm proud to be here. I appreciate it. I'm very grateful.
Definitely. Thank you for being so vulnerable and honest with us and bringing that story here. I know that... So the impetus for this podcast was therapy for Luther and myself. Like, we were both going through it, and, dealing with the end of my marriage and the divorce. And he's going through some other stuff personally, the death of a parent, for one. And so, like you said, this is literally pain shared and pain lessened. That's what we're doing here. So it's a perfect combination of, mental health and recovery and all that good stuff. So I haven't been to a meeting in 10 months, maybe something like that. So I feel so far out of it. And it's because, like, you really do, like you pointed at, like, you have to go 100% or there's no point. Yeah. And I just can't get myself to do that right now. I can't get myself to surrender because I'm doing so well without it, and I have a few resentments towards the fellowship right now. So
and I feel like they've gotten more exclusive. Like I have an employee who's addicted to porn. Okay. And he's addicted to scrolling. Yeah. He's addicted to his cell phone. And I was going to sponsor him, but you can't sponsor an employee. And then I relapsed, and I just told him. So he's going to meetings, and he's finding, like, some very strong resistance to being in the fellowship. Like, oh, you shouldn't be picking up clean time for that. And I'm like, motherfucker, I thought that we were the most inclusive group ever. And now, so I'm going to CA meetings, and I'm finding exactly what I need in terms of the inclusion. I'm going to a church, right, that talks about Star Wars and physics and the universe, and I'm like, this is fucking cool, man. And I love that what you're talking about is like you're doing great without it. I want to hear Luther's story. I've met Luther a couple times before at our class and stuff, and I've seen your podcast. Like, there's got to be a way, and it doesn't have to be a script. You know what I'm saying? I found what's working for me. You found what's working for you. You're dealing with some drama. So I'm all about listening. And I got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. So, I like to talk, but I also like to listen. So I'm really glad to hear that you're doing great. And I'm always here if you want to hit a meeting. For me, I have to. Because I don't want to go to my fucking sober house. There's zombies walking around on Suboxone and sleeping all day and taking all day in the bathroom.
Yeah, I don't have a problem at all going to meetings. I'll go with you for sure. If there's nothing else to support you, like
I'm hitting all different ones. I'm hitting men's meetings. I'm hitting West Side meetings. I don't want to see the girls out, on the fucking East Side because you know why, I mean, that's a big fucking resentment I have. I feel like they vilified me when they were the predators, and I have to let it go. I'm a fucking jellyfish, so fuck it. So I'm finding a new way, man, and I'd love to hear some Luther chat.
I mean, Luther, my story ain't really that bad. I guess you can say, like, I'm going through some things with I lost my mom. Not even a year. We're probably about 7-8 months in. So mine was learning to deal with, the fact of not having her because that was my rock.
Yep.
I've always been pretty good on in doing anything, drinking. I don't drink. I like smoke green, but that's
understandable.
Yeah, and that I can quit that anytime. I just choose not to because I like it. But everything else it seemed to always, my body just won't let that happen. It was just one of those ones that's like, hey, you need to stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I grew up in the country. I hung around a whole bunch of people. We've done things and this and that, but I've never had that. I've always been that one where if somebody had a problem, they would, hey man, I'm gonna chill with Luther. Why? Because Luther don't do what we do, and I do. I mean, even if I did, I'm like, oh yeah, y'all good. And then they were like, oh, well, I'm gonna kick it with him. And that, I was like, I'm more like you. I was that one that they came and chill with or talk to, and that's why I guess I do what I do. I like to talk. Like right now, we're pushing a whole lot of things about men's mental health because men, as a man,
we train to not talk about our problems. You know what I'm saying?
And so
suck it up, bro. Man up. Grow a pair.
And I saw too many. I've had too many. I buried 1, 2, 3 kids in New Mexico over there, 2 here. And I'm like, it's so simple to open your mouth and talk to somebody or just to sit there and listen to them than it is for you to, have to take action. I was like, so man, my thing is, if you got a problem, I'll listen to you. You know what I'm saying? I can only give you my, my part from that. And, and you take what you need from that,
Yep.
Wow, that was the doorbell. We've never had that happen in the podcast.
It's the cops.
I don't know who it is.
I hope not.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, I'm like, I don't know, Luther has... My problems probably strand from just me being Luther. I've been married for 22 years, been with the same girl for 28. So, relationship-wise, it's been straight. But you have all kind of problems in relationships.
Sure.
And some people can deal, some people can't. And that's really where my thing comes from. Like when I found Brandon, I just had to have somebody to talk to open up, to feel like I wasn't tripping because it ain't got to a point where everything was in a bottle, and it was getting to the fact where I was like, I need something to take this away. And I was at that cusp. Yep. And then I got to the fact of talking to Brandon and it was like, all right, bro, let's do this. Let's do this podcast. I said, all right, so I guess podcast was my drug. It is my drug because I wake up in the morning, I want to do it.
Yeah.
Before I go to sleep, I want to throw one down. I try to keep myself, busy so I won't think about things. And it was unhealthy.
They say, not they, but I mean, my sponsor told me a while back, he said, is your life unmanageable? Right? And that's how we call addiction is when your life becomes unmanageable and you have no power over your addiction. And it sounds like everybody's got a different path and a different journey. We all trying to get to the same place, and we got different ways to get there. But they say, if you're feeling enough pain, you'll make a change. And if you're not willing to make a change, you're not feeling enough pain, and it'll probably get there. And you get to that point where it's kind of shit or get off the pot, right? Yep. And you found a healthy outlet. I mean, the podcast is a healthy outlet to talk, and we're helping other people in some sort of anecdotal way.
Yeah, I mean, and that's usually it's the phone.
It's not damn. Oh, it's the phone now.
Yeah, it was my phone because
I gotta look into that, guys. We get a little bit of interference from his phone for some reason.
from phones.
Well, he's live on TikTok for some reason. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, it's all right. But anyway, yeah, it's been a journey. So I didn't really come back to NA because, well, I don't know. Luther and I started hanging out. He lives right there, and we hang out all the time. We do everything together. And we did this podcast. We've been making music together. Music is my drug. So honestly, music's what saved me. I woke up about a year ago now and just like, fuck it, taught myself guitar Los Angeles, started making this music. And so I'm in this room a lot.
Yeah.
I'm either making music or I'm making a podcast. And I'm producing my friend Riley's podcast too, so I'm busy.
Yeah, we build our army. When I was doing H&I and I was talking to these people, it's weird because I did NA H&I, but I've been going to CA meetings, and I see a lot of people that did NA H&I in rehab going to CA meetings. So there's something about, there's been a shift in the NA program where a lot of people are feeling excluded from it or clicked out.
Specifically.
I mean, I had people with like 25, 30 years clean tell my guy, the porn addict, you should not be picking up clean time in these rooms. And I'm like, that's what AA does, man. And it's like there's a shift where everybody's going to CA now, and it don't fucking matter. You find something that works, and you find your tribe, right? You find your crew. The people that, when you're stuck, 2 a.m. and you're feeling like, you're getting suicidal, or you want to drink, or you want to shoot up, or or you want to go and buy $5,000 worth of suits, every 3 months. You call somebody. That's what I did. I told my fucking tailor to stop calling me. You're one of my drug dealers. I mean, every time she would drop off suits, she'd open up her computer and I'd buy 6 more. Right? And so I will get addicted to whatever the fuck makes me feel good, man. Candy, women, shopping, Amazon, right? Ooh, gifts, presents, Christmas, yay, every day. I mean, you know how much shit I bought in rehab? I mean, I probably dropped 20 grand on t-shirts and books in rehab and Uber Eats. We find our tribe, man. We find our crew, and it doesn't matter if you're going to NA or you're smoking weed or I'm doing 3 meetings a day. It's you find your crew and you find some sort of composite project that you can work on all the fucking time. Because I'm in a sober house. I'm up at 6 a.m. with my laptop open, headphones on, bumping and writing music. Then I go to work. Then I go see my kids. Then I go to meetings. Then I go home. And then I see, cook dinner, go to bed. Repeat. I got my crew, right? I got people that I call. So if I call you at 11 o'clock at night, it means, hey, I just want to check in and make sure we all good.
Yeah. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. You got something you got to do. It's because it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
It is okay not to be okay.
Exactly.
I'm just now learning that. I just started recently seeing a therapist. And I've always been raised like, it's like a scrape. Get up, brush yourself off. And so
you did football, man, in Texas. Yeah. So you're like basically military.
My grandfather was in the military.
Yeah, right.
So and that's how it was. And so I raised my kids the same way. I failed. You better get your ass up and keep on moving. And then I have a son, my youngest son. He's a special one. I love my baby, but I had to learn to deal with problems because in my head I was like, ain't nothing wrong with my son. We ain't putting him on nothing. We ain't doing this. We ain't doing that.
Right.
Come to figure out, yes, it was something wrong with my son, and we needed to do something about it. And we got him the help he needed. And I, after that, I was like, damn, well, maybe I'm just looking at the world wrong. And then when I lost my mom, I felt like I had nothing. Like it was nobody to talk to. I had no back support, no family. My family, we don't. Well, I didn't think it was like this until my mom passed away. Let's see, my mom's been gone almost 7, 8, 9 months, and I still haven't received her ashes. I haven't talked to my family. I was like, what the hell did I do? So that put me in a drop state, and it got close. I was like, I don't know what to do. I gotta find something to get my mind off of it. But then this came, and like I said, it was my drug. When I get up, cause I sit up nights, just my mom keeps
ruminating.
Yeah, and it's just like, man, you gotta. But I can call somebody. I can go right across.
Well, you know what I found? I found is that like when I'm using, shit goes really bad. But when I'm clean and I'm doing the right thing and I'm handling my business and working and staying positive and helping people, it's like weird shit, like in a good way, just drops in your lap. And you find a way, right? Because everything has to lead to a conclusion. It has to lead to a destination. Right. And if you're doing the wrong thing, you're going to end up in the wrong spot. And if you're doing the right thing, whatever you want to call it, faith, belief, guidance, the spirit world, the universe, right? It's going to lead you in the right direction. All you can do is your best. You physically can't do better than your best. So everything else beyond that is out of your control. You got to fucking surrender and say, I did my best today. Yep. I'm going to do my best tomorrow. Whatever the fuck else happens, out of my control. And it's kind of liberating when you get to that point.
Yeah, because I finally figured that out. That, like, we were talking about that the other day. I was like, you only can control what you can control.
Exactly.
And it took him telling me that. He was like, man, I was like, damn, I guess, yeah, you're right.
Who's got a lot there? Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, it's crazy that I'm so used to being in control. Like, I don't even let my wife drive too much because I drive everywhere. Like, if I'm not, I don't ride planes because of that. If I'm not in control, I don't feel it. And so this was a good way of me, like, if I can't control it, I'm just gonna go on about my business and keep on moving and let it fall when it falls. And it became better.
Yep.
It wasn't a lot of arguing with my wife and stuff, because I wanted something this way, she wanted something this way. I just like, you know what, it is what it is, and I kept on moving. And some people would say, oh, you just don't care anymore. So no, it ain't I don't care. It's just I only know what I can do, and anything over that.
You know your limitations, man. Exactly. Know your limitations.
Because if you don't, you know what I'm saying, you'll make something that's bad worse.
And you become your own higher power, and you think you can save everybody, man. As I had this savior complex when I was doing H&I, I was like, I could save everybody. And all I did was I ended up just accumulating all their bullshit and all their baggage. And they'd go back out and get high, and I blame myself. I didn't do a good enough job. Fuck that, man. I'm focusing on myself right now, because I know that if I focus on myself, my kids are going to be great. My job's going to be good. I'm going to be able to, by proxy, spread goodness just by being a good person, man.
That's
People
it.
will soak that up, and if they don't, they're not in a place to soak that up.
And you know what, son, that is the thing. Like, I was saying that just be a good person. Like, I know, because my uncle is in prison right now. Never hurt nobody, never done anything bad. He just loves to drink.
Yeah.
And the first time he went, it was like 20. He got like 25. He did 10, came home, turned right back for drinking.
Yeah.
And
it don't get better.
And that's what he found something. He said, look, just let me sit my time. Because I know what's wrong with me. I know what I'm doing. And I'm not going to stop. So just let me do my time. And so, man, he took his time. Man, he has like a year left. And when he comes home, he's like, it is what it is. He went to, because my uncle used to go to meetings, and he'd come right back. I mean, as soon as I pick him up, I'm like, bro, you literally have a tag in your hand. He's talking about, I was, and he was just like, I'm doing this because they want me to. I said, well, it ain't gonna help unless you do it because you want to. He said, exactly.
Yep.
And that's where it is. You have to get tired of being sick and tired.
Exactly.
And when you get tired of being sick and tired, it's a fight or flight. I'm gonna go with it or I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna crash out. And I mean, it's a choice that you have to make. Because if your body says, hey, I want to do this, and your mind is not, guess where you're going? I'm going right back to do the same thing. Yeah. Because the mind is a very, very powerful tool. And that's why when, like, to the relationship-wise, it's just like that. It used to be this arguing. I was like, bro, the arguing does nothing but make the problem worse. Yeah. I said, you can go to get help, we can have the couples, and so what we're going to do is we're going to let this be organic. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. We done tried our best. We can make a move, or we can go on about our business. And so far, so good. Mm-hmm. But it does come some days I'm like, fucking A. Yeah. But,
Mama said there'd be days like this.
Yeah, boy, she didn't tell me it was going to be this hard.
Yeah, right. Happy wife, happy life, they say. And you're like, fuck, it ain't that easy.
No, because the thing is at the end of the day, it is a happy wife, happy life, but it's like, what are you doing to yourself to make it happy? Yes, because if you're not happy, then you're going through the motions.
Yeah.
And I love BoJack Horseman because the messages are so good. Like they're saying the problem in trying to get right is it's not the getting up and doing it. It's the getting up every day and repeating.
Yeah, and what I found out in my marriage after the fact, after we got divorced, was what I was doing was I was unhappy, but I was unwilling to talk about my problems. And at one point I was going to counseling high on cocaine. That didn't work. It just pissed off the counselors.
Right.
and I found out that I was taking so much on myself. Like my ex-wife was a wonderful woman, and we're friends, and we co-parent very well. She needed to get out of the relationship because I was not a safe human being. And we moved to her hometown. We bought a big ass house with a pool and a hot tub. It's 4,000 square feet. It's fucking massive. And we thought that was okay. That was the way that we got back together. But I wasn't ready to get clean yet, so I kept relapsing. And I realized that I used to be a chef, right? I was raised in an abusive household where I had to do all the chores, right? Like you had to vacuum, clean, wipe everything down, do the dishes every Friday before you wanted to go out, So I knew how to do all that shit, and I knew how to cook. My ex-wife didn't like to cook, so I was a laundry fucking master, dude. Like I would do all the laundry for everybody all day Sunday watching football. And I took all of these tasks on just so I could make everybody feel guilty about all the shit I was doing. That was a resentment. So rather than talk about my problems, I was cooking, I was cleaning, taking the kids to school, doing homework, doing all the laundry, making all the money, paying for everything. Me. Look at all I do. And then I was just making my wife, I was torturing her by making her feel guilty about all the shit I was doing. And that's a fucked up way to live, man.
Message.
Yeah.
Message.
Just saying.
Yeah. So it's like if we're not going to talk about our problems, the stigma will propagate and it will flourish.
I'm probably I'm your wife.
Yeah.
I'm your wife in my family.
No, you sexy. It's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, man. I mean, because I cook, clean.
Yeah.
I used to go every 2 weeks when my wife was in college and go clean her apartment.
Yeah, I helped my wife get her master's degree, and so I was like, I basically have a master's degree with your name on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a writer, right? So
his wife's got a PhD.
Yeah, we take all this shit on, man, and we don't talk about it, and it just collapses on. We collapse on ourselves. We implode eventually.
Yeah, well, you feel like you're less.
Oh yeah.
As a man, and guys ask me that, like, how do you do that? I'm like, what? I'm like, your girl make all the money. I was like, yeah. I said, because at the end of the day, when she make it, I make it. So I'm not tripping, But then you get that resentment after a while because they make sure that you know that they do that.
Yeah.
And then that's where the resentment comes. Me, myself, that's why I like doing this. Because, this is not for me to get rich. I'm not doing this to get rich. I'm doing this to be comfortable.
Yeah.
To, I guess, leave something for my grandbaby.
And it's good to hear other perspectives because like you're still in the relationship and you're assessing these things in real time. I was letting it kill me and not talking about it, and I didn't find these things out until too late. I lost a wonderful woman whom I loved very much. I just didn't know it. And I didn't know it was her grace after the fact that saved my life. And we don't know how much grace we're given from these people, these women, men, it doesn't matter what your status is. No, shut up. It ain't no about you cocky bastard.
My boyfriend will be here in a little bit. So.
That's fine. It's cool. All I'm saying is it don't matter what your relationship status is. We don't know how much grace we're given until after the fact. It's like what Joni Mitchell said, you don't know what you got till it's gone. And I regret it every day. Maybe we weren't meant to be together, but we made some damn fucking great kids together, and you have to look for the silver linings. It just really sucks that it took an entire collapse. I mean, I was making so much fucking money and had all the things and the house by the golf course and the country club and all the cars and all the bullshit. It didn't mean a fucking thing, man. All that shit was gone due to my addiction, and I didn't realize and learn these lessons, and that's been my whole fucking life. I learned lessons the hard way.
And that's what people gotta understand. Like, because me growing up, we look at guys like that and we want to do that. Because honestly, I wanted that.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted that big house. I wanted that pool. I wanted that car. I wanted people to notice me. And then hearing him now gives me that open eye that said it's not about me.
No.
But it's, I guess it is about happiness because you got to be happy with what you do. But it's not about, you as an individual. I feel like it's about what you put out, that energy you put out in the world.
Absolutely.
And it took my mom passing away for me to understand that and realize that, yes, I was mad because I didn't have that backing, that support that I felt like I needed during this time. But then it also showed me that I'm stronger than I thought I was.
Right.
Because I persevered. I got up, still done. It's still kicking my ass, but every day I get up, I get a little better. I get a little better.
Small steps, small miracles, small victories, man.
And then that's it. Like, even with the arguing with my wife, like, I got to the fact where I stopped doing all the arguing, and, I would get mad and upset, and then next thing I had to come over here, and I'm, Brandon, Brandon's like, ooh. Yes, sir, I listen. I'm hearing you.
Just gotta let them talk. That's the whole key.
Yeah.
And that's it. And we start doing this.
And sometimes we got to talk and sometimes we got to listen. And it's about the ratio. But I mean, like I used to talk so much and I had all the answers and I could save your life. And I've been listening to that Eminem song, Superman. And I'm like, that's me.
I can't be Superman.
Hey, let's hook up in rehab and then let's just get sober together and all this shit. And it never fucking works. It's not sustainable. It's you got to do the work.
Yeah,
and it's like you said, you got to get up every day and do your best. That's all you can do.
That's all you can do because at the end of the day, I mean, if you can lay down and know that, man, I did all I can do. There ain't nothing else I can do. Then you know what? Gone.
And I like all the shit that's happened to me. It's like people are like, "How are you still alive?" I've been in a coma before. I'm rebuilt, made of metal, and fucking. I've been, thrown off a roof, and I I fucked myself up, man, and I just keep surviving shit, and it's like. There's a message that I have to give, but I had to get really humble to be able to be in a place to actually get people to listen.
Yeah.
And, like I'm writing that book without my name on it. It ain't about me.
And some people gotta, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? They gotta hear it from somebody.
And I'm in a business where I deal with like millionaires and multimillionaires all the time, in the property, the insurance, the financial sector, and these people are fucking miserable.
Yeah.
Their wives are divorcing them because they're cokeheads. They make $10-15 million a year, and they're just fucking dying inside. And I'm like, I get you, man. You don't have to live like that, but you can't save other people. They have to come humble, and we can embrace them with open arms. But it doesn't matter if it's NA, Dharma, smart, working out, whatever the fuck you do. But like you said, be a good person and be willing to help people. Keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah.
Right? And when people reach out, you can lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink. You know what I'm saying?
I'm tell you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
All the time.
I'm telling you, because you can. I can pull you over here all day long. I can put the water in my hand and put it in your nose. But if you don't want to drink it, then you're gonna be thirsty.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of people are.
Yeah.
They're like, I want this. Oh, tell me what to do. Show me where to go. But you don't want to do the work.
And so many people get addicted to the chaos, right? Where when they finally start to get clean, or get some sort of homeostatic pattern to their life, they're like, "Oh, what the fuck? My body's screaming for coke. My body's screaming for chaos. Where's the arguments?" And they got to go back out because they become institutionalized to the chaos. And it sounds like your uncle's kind of in that spot where it's like. He's doing 10, 20 years in prison. I mean, he's gonna live that life for the rest of his life, and it's either he's got chaos on the outside or he's got somebody telling him exactly what to do, where to piss, where to shit on the inside. You know what I'm saying? And you can't save anybody, and you definitely can't save everybody.
Hey, I learned that real quick. Cause man, my uncle had a good talk. I let him know that everything I am, I was always like, that's my hero. And I knew my uncle wasn't like the greatest person. My uncle was old. So I was like, man, I'm gonna be like him when I grow up.
It's like, hey, I love you, Mom, but I do not fucking like you.
Yeah. I mean,
right?
and that's how it was. I told him, I was like, man, you gotta do this for us.
Yeah.
He has one son. I was like, you have to stop. I said, you're my hero. And then what did he do? The next day.
Yeah.
He got picked up.
It's a progressive thing, and if you're not doing something about it, it doesn't get better.
It don't. And that's what I got to the point where I was like, you know what? do I want to be in this marriage or do I not? You know, and at the end of the day, it was like, you're going to decide what you want to do. And I was like, well, I've been here for so long, you know, I'm cool where I'm at, you know, but I just want things to change. And so it just popped me in the head. It ain't going to change unless you change it.
Yep. Nothing changes unless you change it.
So I was like, all right. So I started handling things differently.
Or my favorite, nothing changes if nothing changes.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I just, you know, I'm still kind of dope sick, but.
But it's the truth, you know, and I have been told that by somebody.
See, I spout in that shit all the time.
Yeah, and
I know, and I'm in the ER, right? And I'm like, it only works if you work it.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, we all
we got all the way to 40 minutes already, so that threw me off.
Yeah, no, it's been good. It's been good.
It's been good.
I just want to say that I think I still consider myself in recovery.
Yeah.
First of all, I still, you know, I don't know, and they gave me so much during a time when I had nothing.
Yep.
And so I really will always have a place in my heart for NA. But
I remember when you were coming in and going back out, man. And you would come back in so clingy and desperate, and it was like, welcome back, dude, we're so fucking glad you're alive. And you seem different now, where you're not in the rooms, but you seem stable, you're clear-headed, you seem happier. I mean, and you're talking about your shit.
Right. Yeah, no, that's the way it is. It's just like I always knew. For me, it was just time. It was a tragic event for me. It was traumatic. I needed time, and I was using drugs to the same reason everyone uses drugs.
Pain or no pain.
Exactly.
Yep. I
it took a while, but now I do have a program. I not an NA program necessarily, but
routine.
I call it a program because there's steps to it. There's mostly just, you know what. For me, the program is just rerunning step 10 over and over and over. That's it. Just looking at my shit and trying to make sure that, like, the next interaction I have goes better than that because I have a better understanding of who I am and what I'm doing.
Well, that's what they say in NA. You know, you can do 1, 2, 3, and 10, 11, 12 every day of the week without having any clean time. You know, I can't, God can, I'll let God. Yeah, whatever your God is.
All the God shit.
Not the God thing, but I'm going to say higher power. And even when I read it, I don't even say the word God.
Yeah.
You know, I say God of your understanding or your higher power or whatever. I mean, because my higher power is the universe, man. Like, I'm not theological in any way. Yeah. I believe that there is a cosmic energy that's moving me in the right direction when I'm doing the right things. And that's all. And that works for me. And whatever works for you, I'm really happy you have a step plan. I mean, maybe you're changing the fucking game, man. Maybe you're starting a program that's going to blow the fuck out, dude.
I don't want to do that. I don't think.
Nah, let's brand it.
I don't like these, like, the whole thing is like, I don't like these programs. I don't like the rigidity, what I'll call it, the rigidity of it. Like, I think, I hope everyone could be like me. Maybe you can't, but like to take, and they say in NA, take what you need and leave the rest.
Yeah, that's all you got to do is take one. I go to a meeting and I take one diamond out of one person's share.
Right.
And I'm not into the, I hate structure as much as the next guy, right? I was raised in a very disciplined household by a cop. And so no wonder I developed all these maladaptive coping skills. And I mean, everybody's like, oh, you're so funny. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm dying inside. It's a defense mechanism, motherfucker. I'm going to keep making you laugh so we don't have to talk about any of my shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you that that's what it was. You're so funny.
Yeah, but, I mean, let me tell you about the fucking sexual abuse. Let me tell you about the suicides. Let me tell you about the... And that ain't all bad. That ain't all bad because now I feel like I can be organically happy. Yeah. And I can be organically funny, and I'm not fucking deflecting because I'm not trying to handle anybody else's bullshit, man. Because me trying to save everybody else was me being like, I cannot handle all the shit facing me, so let's solve your shit, and I'll get some credit for it, and maybe we fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
and we did.
Our journey through NA were very different. I was so sad.
You like the dudes and I like the chicks, man. Fuck off.
No. I mean, like, I was so sad and desperate when I was in the rooms, and I wanted to fuck someone too. But like, he told me so many times, like, you're too desperate. They can smell the desperation, and I was pathetic at the beginning. Anyway, I'm gonna push that back one more time. I'm not a very good producer. I'm trying to produce this one podcast. But anyway.
How many people are coming to your house? Is that your doorbell?
Yeah, no, that's the end of the wrap up.
Oh, shit. All right. So, last call, motherfucker.
It's last call. So anyway, no, we were just very different. He fucked everyone. No one would fuck me. I was so sad about it all the time.
I tried to help you.
He tried to help me. I almost got there.
But hey, you dressing good now, man. Like you're.
Yeah, thank you, Timu. I fucking love Timu. This
Speaking
is all
of that.
Timu.
Dude, Timu, fuck, man. I get so like this is like a $3,500 suit.
Yeah.
And I bought a $40 jacket on Timu, and everybody's like, "Damn, that's slick." And I'm like, "Fuck." I told my tailor to stop calling me. You're my drug dealer.
Yep, I'm telling you, man.
And she keep calling.
I have a whole Timu wardrobe, and everyone loves my wardrobe.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Everything I got.
You just got to order because it comes from China, so you got to order everything like 2 sizes bigger.
Well, unless you order it locally. You go to your local shop.
Oh shit!
I
didn't even know.
If they got a local thing on there, go to
It's a
local.
fucking life hack.
And it's like straight.
All right,
it's
good.
coming from the mall, coming from Fat
We
Mart.
basically stop every podcast when we Timu. We'd like you to be responsible.
Yeah, man.
We buy all your stuff.
We used to have like competition. Like,
Well, it's
really-
cool because like the business that I'm working at, we're doing a national marketing media production company. We're about to put all kinds of meta advertising in there with reverse algorithms on keyword search. We got the guys that are doing Sports Illustrated, Taco Bell, a bunch of other really big brand names that are working on our they're working on our marketing, and they're helping us out of Hilton Head, North Carolina, and Bozeman, Montana, of all places. Now, our marketing director is like a fly fishing guide who's also a marketing fucking genius, and I'm learning so much. And like you talk about staying busy, right? Like my business partner, I'm number 2 in the company. He's number 1, but he's like, "Hey, I need you to learn AI." And I'm like, "Fuck off, man. I'm handling this insurance agency. I'm just ordering business cards. What the fuck is my title?" So anyways, I'm just rambling.
No, I like that though. That's what I want to do. I don't want.
Yeah.
Like I said, I work for the city now, working with kids, but I want to have my own.
Well, he wanted me to check this setup out,
Yeah.
and that's why I took some pictures because we're setting up a podcast spot in my office.
That's dope.
This isn't
So
quite
we'll
done.
talk.
This isn't quite done just yet. We need to finish it. One of them is we're going to get a big board that face in that plugs into that. You know what I mean? So it covers it up. There's no wind sound.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah. So we're going to do that and then finish all the
Putting the
dead end stuff over
sunset
there.
and
And, yeah.
Got a little
Then once we finish
mandolin.
this one, we're
Other
gonna
than that,
go
like
crush it.
honestly, my life changed when I created this room.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what changed my life for real. And they may have saved it, but the thing that made me better was this room.
It's a fucking step process, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, and we all on the same journey.
That's it. I love my journey.
I want to let the next team go. That's what we call Saved by the Bell or the end of the class.
Yeah.
Bing. And then I'll take us out, and that'll be the short, and we'll do another one.
Hey, much love, homies. I'm glad to be a part of this. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Erik, for coming by. Thank you guys for listening.
Yes, sir.
We
Yes,
are
sir.
going out. Make sure you catch the next episode, which will be 41. We don't know what we're going to do yet.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs. See you later.
And that's for me.
Peace out.